miles of the border from San Antonio to El Paso, and I'd like to thank the gentle lady for the time today and also for taking me to your district and seeing that part of the border. Our trip a few weeks ago was great, enlightening to me. I've spent a lot of time crisscrossing those 820 miles of the border, and it was great to see how San Diego sector and Tucson and my fellow Texans in McAllen are doing the same thing. As the gentlewoman knows, I spent 9 years as an undercover officer in the CIA. I chased groups like Al-Qaeda and the Taliban. I've traced narco-traffickers all over the world, and the threat is increasing and the threat is sophisticated. The drug trafficking organizations in Mexico are making $50 billion a year in the United States. That's billion with a B. That's a big number. Their tactics, techniques, procedures are sophisticated, and we need to keep up. It's about moves and counter moves, and what I like about this bill is it empowers our members of Border Patrol to do their job. A lot of people talk about border security, and I like to refine it a little bit. Part of it is interdiction. That's stopping people before they get to the border. It's grabbing them. It's having them in custody, and then it's removal. And this bill is focused on this first piece of border security, which is interdiction. We need to make sure that our men and women that are on the border every single day have the tools that they need in order to do their job. It's different in Tucson. It's different in Eagle Pass. It's different in San Diego. And what I like about this bill that was developed under the leadership of Chairman McCall is that it gives them that freedom and flexibility. You know, having spent a lot of time overseas, I know the disconnect between the field and headquarters, and that's going on right here on our border. And we need to make sure that the guys and gals that are on the border have the tools that they need. This is a sophisticated threat, as you alluded to, using ultralight aircraft to deliver their payload. They're using tactics that intelligence organizations have used all across the world to do denial and deception, and we need to make sure we have all the resources, you know, things like the aerostats, things like Vadar technology, things like UAVs, in order to have that combined picture of the border. And this is something that for 19 months I talked to folks in the district. I know, like you, this was a very important issue, and the American people sent us up here to do our job, and our job is to protect our citizens and to protect our homeland, and this bill does it. It's a strong bill, and I look forward to working over these next few days and weeks in order to make this happen. And thank you for the time, and I yield back.
Thank you, Mr.